Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Khan and I usually talk about citizenship by investment programs, residency by investment programs and second home visas. I have been publishing videos about South American and Central American countries for residency and for citizenship because it's a very interesting region. There are many options for permanent residency, for temporary residency and even for citizenship because countries like Argentina and Peru and Nicaragua offers you naturalization in just 2 years. So that is remarkable if we compare it to Europe, Asia and other countries. That is why today I'm talking about Guatemala, very interesting country, another one, and this is the closest to North America because we are coming towards the North American side, and between USA and Guatemala there is a country, Mexico. So Mexico, I will make a video about Mexico because Mexico is quite a big one and Mexico also has a lot of option and it is just next to the USA, bordering the USA actually. So talking about Guatemala, it is the largest country by population in Central America because with 18 million people, it's like a big chunk of the population in this region. The country is also quite big, third in the list by size after Nicaragua and Honduras. But Guatemala has the most beautiful option, permanent residency. This is the easiest I have ever seen with the lowest requirements. I will tell you how, because Guatemala has two options. One is temporary residence permit and that is by investment, and one is permanent residency and that is by independent means like passive income. So I am going to talk about both of these options and then how you can get the citizenship. But first let's talk about the country. The country is a Spanish speaking country, like most of these countries were under the Spanish influence back 300-400 years back when Spain colonized the whole region, right? You know about that. So Guatemala is no exception, but Guatemala is a very historical country because the Maya civilization was mostly based on the territory of Guatemala. If you know about Maya civilization, it's a very famous one in South America, and that was basically located or existed here in Guatemala and Belize in Mexico. So that's why it is one of the historical countries. Now Guatemala has a population of 18 million, but still they have a very good residency option. The first one is temporary residency, and in temporary residency what you can do is simply invest 100,000 US dollars. So this is expensive, not cheap. 100 US dollars you have to invest in the economy, not just in real estate. You have to basically establish a company and do business physically, really on the ground, and you have to show something, like something really established thing to get this residency. But there is a catch. Why don't go for permanent residency without any investment? That is the thing. That is my point in this video, because guys, this is the easiest permanent residency anywhere in the world I have seen, and Guatemala is really open to that. So what is the permanent residency? The permanent residency is basically if you can simply show that you receive 1250 US dollars, little bit over 1000 US dollars, right? And that's very low. If you have family like children and spouse, you just need to add $300 per person. So that means, for example, you have a spouse and two children, a family of four, that will make it like 2150 US dollars for the whole family, and you will get permanent residency in Guatemala directly, immediately. So this is an immediate permanent residency. And what does permanent residency means in Guatemala? Permanent residency means permanent, like you don't need to renew it. But there is a catch. You cannot be absent from Guatemala for 1 year. Like up to 1 year you can, like you can go to anywhere or your home country for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, but not more than 1 year, because if you are absent for more than 1 year, your permanent residency will be cancelled, because this is permanent residency, but still you have to be careful. So this is a very solid plan B, guys. This is not a plan A, it's a plan B. Like if you live in some other country, then you can get this permanent residency as a plan B if something happens in that country where you live, or if you have some wealth already stored stored there. Then you have another option, Guatemala. You can actually bring your wealth here and store your money here, and this is a permanent residency in a plan B, a proper plan B. So that is why I am very, very optimistic that this program will work for a lot of people out there, because Guatemala, you can get this plan B, permanent residency for all of your family. And if you want to establish residency on the ground and go there and live there, you can still do it, because Guatemala is a lot cheaper than USA and Canada, almost 65% cheaper than USA, and just right next to USA. I think you can get a flight to Miami for just like a few $100s, and the flight is like less than 2 hours, and Mexico is next door. So I think this is perfect. Many people will be like, some people always asking questions, oh, this is safe or not, Guatemala, how we can go there, there is crime, there is mafia, there are cartels. So bro, this is the problem almost in every country. But the thing is, I'm not telling you to go there and live in Guatemala for the rest of your life. I'm not saying that, because generally everybody has a different requirement and a different lifestyle and a different goal in life, right? So maybe one option is not a good fit for someone, but the other option will not be good for other people. So everyone is looking for their own place in the world, or their own options, right? So maybe it is good for someone and it's not good for other people. But if you look at the main cities in South American countries or Central American countries, the main cities are quite safe, the city centers, and the infrastructure is so okay, fine, good. I have been there and I have roamed around all the cities. So for me it was okay, like it's all looking like European cities or Middle Eastern cities and even Turkish cities. So you can find your place. The real estate is cheap in Guatemala. And then this is again a plan B. If you are looking for citizenship in Guatemala, you can still get it, but you have to live there for 5 years. And now for the permanent residency, if you don't stay there, still you are a permanent resident. You just need to be there. You just don't disappear from the country for 1 year, but your permanent residency will always be there. But if you want to get citizenship through naturalization, then you have to stay for at least 6 months in a year, and then you can get the citizenship. And again, there will be Spanish language test, because it is a Spanish speaking country, and also the history and the culture of that country. You must know about that if you want to really get the citizenship, because citizenship they give you only after they know you have integrated in the society and you know the language and you know everything about that country, right? So that's it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. And regarding the documents, you have to provide the police character certificate. That is important for every country, and that should be legalized, right? Legalized means like apostilled, or if your country is not part of the apostille countries, then you have to legalize it manually from your embassy and other departments. So thank you very much for watching this video. See you with the next one.